Maybe today, you woke up with a weight you can't name, a quiet ache beneath your ribs, the kind of heaviness that doesn't come from the body, but from the soul. It's the kind of pain that makes you question, why? Why this moment? Why this season? Why this road filled with so many shadows? But there's something sacred about pain, something hidden within its silence. Because pain doesn't just break you, it builds you. It strips away what is temporary, so what's eternal can breathe again. A wise voice once said, "Do not despair when life tests you, for the wound is where the light enters." Maybe the pain you feel now isn't here to destroy you. Maybe it's here to rebuild your faith. Sometimes the greatest growth happens in the quietest suffering, when no one sees your tears, but the one who created you. When your voice trembles, but your heart still whispers, "I trust you." It's in those moments that your soul begins to understand. Strength is not the absence of pain. It's the decision to keep believing even when everything hurts. So breathe. Even if the air feels heavy, even if your chest tightens with the memories you're still healing from, you are not being punished. You are being prepared. Every delay has purpose. Every tear waters something unseen. Every heartbreak, every confusion, every loss. It is all shaping the person you're meant to become. So let this moment soften you, not harden you. Let it teach you, not break you. Because even in pain, there is mercy. Even in silence, there is guidance. Even in endings, there are beginnings waiting to rise. And though you can't see it now, one day, you will look back and understand that what hurt you also healed you, that what you lost was never meant to stay, and that the pain that once broke you was the same pain that built your faith. A gentle reminder whispers to the heart, with hardship comes ease, not before it, not after it, but with it. That means that right now, even in your struggle, there is a hidden ease walking beside you. You may not feel it yet, but it's there, in the small moments of peace that still visit your heart, in the kind words of a friend, in the strength that keeps you getting up each morning. That's grace, that's mercy, that's faith, growing quietly in the soil of pain. So today, don't run from the ache, don't silence the tears, let them fall. They are not a sign of weakness, but of release. Every drop carries the weight your heart no longer needs to hold. Close your eyes now, whisper softly, "I surrender what I cannot control." Say it again, not from fear, but from faith. Because when you let go of what hurts, you make space for what heals. Maybe this is not the end you feared, but the beginning you needed. Maybe the pain was the messenger, guiding you back to your Creator's embrace. Remember, every test carries a hidden gift. Every wound holds a lesson. And every moment you choose to keep believing, your faith is being built, one heartbeat at a time. Sometimes we ask for strength, and what we're given instead is struggle. Because it is through struggle that strength is revealed. We ask for peace, and what we're given is a storm, so that we may learn to anchor our hearts, even when the waves rise. We ask for patience, and life delays what we long for, so that our hearts may learn to trust the unseen timing of mercy. Every unanswered prayer is not rejection, it is redirection. A gentle hand turning you towards something better, something you would never have found had everything gone your way. A wise soul once said, "The path is not meant to be easy, it's meant to be real." And sometimes, reality hurts, but through it, your faith matures. Through it, your heart learns what no comfort could ever teach. Maybe, right now, you are in a place where everything feels uncertain. You pray, but answers seem far. You wait, but change feels slow. And you wonder if the heavens have grown quiet, but they haven't. The silence you feel is not absence, it's preparation. It's the stillness before the dawn breaks. Just because you cannot see movement doesn't mean there isn't something shifting on your behalf. The unseen world moves with every tear, every whispered prayer, every time your heart says, "I still believe." Sometimes, your growth looks like losing what you thought you needed. It looks like standing in a place that feels empty, only to realize that emptiness was space being cleared for something greater. The truth is, Faith doesn't bloom in comfort, it blooms in surrender. In the quiet nights, when you bow your head and say, "I don't understand, but I trust," that is faith, not certainty, not having all the answers, but believing that there is a higher wisdom guiding your steps. Even when the road feels dark, you may not realize it now, but every hardship is polishing your soul. Every trial is washing something away. Doubt, pride, attachment, fear, until what remains is only your truest self, humbled, radiant, and anchored in faith. There is beauty in what breaks you, because what breaks you also opens you to compassion, opens you to empathy, opens you to the kind of peace that doesn't depend on outcomes. Do not despise your pain. Embrace it as a teacher. It is not here to destroy you, but to remind you of who you are becoming. When you walk through fire, you come out refined. When you walk through darkness, you learn how to carry your own light. That's how faith is built, not in the easy moments, but in the ones that shake you to your core. And still, you rise. Still, you pray. Still, you believe. One day, you'll look back and see the divine fingerprints all over your story. The pain you thought would end you was the same pain that introduced you to your strength. The tears that blurred your vision washed your eyes clean to see with faith, and the silence that scared you taught you how to listen deeply. So today, stand tall, even in the middle of your storm. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to trust that you are being guided. Every chapter is written with wisdom. Every delay is carrying mercy, and every pain is building something in you, something unshakable. Close your eyes once more. Breathe. You are still here. You have survived what once seemed impossible. That means there is purpose still written for you. Let your heart whisper now, "I will not give up. I will trust through the pain. I will rise again." Because the same source that carried you through yesterday's storm will guide you through today's healing. Keep believing, even when it hurts. Keep praying, even when it's quiet. Keep loving, even when it feels risky. Because faith built through pain is a faith that cannot be broken. And one day, you'll see the wisdom behind every tear. You'll see that the pain was never proof of your weakness, but evidence of your becoming. So hold on. Light is closer than you think, and when it comes, you will shine, not despite your pain, but because of it. Sometimes pain isn't the enemy, it's the teacher. It arrives uninvited, but it comes carrying lessons you didn't know you needed. Maybe the ache in your heart isn't a punishment, maybe it's preparation. Because every tear you've cried, every sleepless night, is shaping a stronger version of you. Faith isn't built when life is easy. It's built when you keep believing through what hurts. So breathe. Let your heart whisper, "I trust, even when I don't understand." Because one day, this pain will become your proof that even in the breaking, you are being built. You're not weak for feeling broken. You're human. And even in your pain, something sacred is happening. Every setback, every loss, every unanswered prayer is quietly building your faith, teaching you how to trust when nothing makes sense. Sometimes, life doesn't remove the storm. It teaches you how to stand in the rain and still believe in the sun. So don't lose heart. The same power that created your pain will turn it into your purpose. Just hold on. Your faith is being built one breath at a time. There will come a day when your heart remembers this pain, but without the weight. You'll think back to the nights you thought you wouldn't survive, and you'll whisper, "That was when I was being rebuilt." Because faith is not found in the moments we get what we want. It's found in the moments we keep going. When everything we wanted seems to fade away, there's a hidden mercy in every hardship. Sometimes it comes disguised as loss, sometimes as loneliness, sometimes as silence. But beneath it all, there's a whisper saying, "Stay, keep trusting, I am still with you." Pain has a way of peeling away illusions. It shows you what truly matters. It teaches you to stop reaching for what's temporary and start holding on to what's eternal. Maybe the delay isn't denial, maybe it's divine timing, because what you're praying for might need a stronger version of you to receive it. And that's what pain does. It shapes you quietly. It builds patience in your waiting. It deepens gratitude in your healing. It makes your prayers real. You see, It's easy to have faith when the sun shines, but true faith is the kind that still whispers gratitude while standing in the rain. So don't despise this season. This is where your roots grow deeper. This is where trust becomes more than a word. It becomes your way of breathing. Say softly now, I am not defined by my pain. I am refined by it. Every heartbreak is shaping a heart that can love more deeply. Every disappointment is teaching your soul to hope without conditions. You are being prepared, even when it feels like you are being pulled apart, because breaking precedes becoming. And before a seed grows, it must first crack open. That's what you are right now, a seed, breaking open so new life can emerge. Don't fear the breaking, embrace it. It means growth is on the way. And when that growth comes, it won't just change your circumstances, it will change you. You'll love with more compassion, you'll speak with more gentleness, you'll walk with quiet strength, because the pain you endured taught you what peace truly means. So let your heart rest tonight. You don't need to have the answers. You don't need to force the healing. Just breathe and trust that the one who allowed your pain will also bring the purpose. Tomorrow, when you wake, the world will look the same, but you will not be. Something within you will have shifted. A little more peace, a little more faith, a little more light. Because that's what happens when you allow pain to build you, not destroy you. And when that faith is finally built, no storm can shake it, no loss can break it, no fear can silence it. You'll rise, not as who you were, but as who you were meant to become, healed, whole, faithful. So tonight, whisper this prayer from your heart. Build me through the pain, don't let my trials harden me, let them deepen me, and then rest, knowing that even in your brokenness, you are being rebuilt with love. Maybe this is what faith really looks like. Not loud, not perfect, not always smiling through the pain, but quiet, steady, still standing. Faith doesn't always roar. Sometimes it whispers, I'm hurting, but I'm here. Sometimes it trembles and still says, I believe. You see, strength isn't about pretending you're okay. It's about being honest with your heart and still choosing hope, because hope is not naive. It's sacred. It's the fire that keeps your spirit alive when everything around you feels cold. And maybe, just maybe, this pain you carry is the birthplace of something divine, the moment that breaks you open, so that light can finally reach the corners of your soul that you've kept hidden for too long. There's a mercy even in this, a tenderness that says, you don't have to be strong alone, because every burden you lift is being lifted with you. Every wound you carry is being seen, healed, and turned into wisdom. So let the tears come if they need to. Let the ache breathe through you. Don't hide it, for even your pain is a prayer, a silent language your heart speaks, and heaven understands. You're not behind, you're not forgotten, you're exactly where you need to be, to learn what your soul came here to learn. Sometimes the light doesn't come all at once. It arrives in pieces. A moment of calm, a gentle sunrise, a breath that doesn't hurt as much as yesterday. That's progress. That's faith in motion. Don't rush your healing. Real growth takes time. Even the flower doesn't bloom the day it's planted, and neither will you. But one day, you'll wake up lighter. You'll look around and realize the storm is over. The pain that once controlled your breath has become part of your story, but not your identity. And in that moment, you'll smile, not because everything is perfect, but because you've found peace in the imperfection. You've found purpose in the pain. You found yourself in the silence. That's what divine love does. It rebuilds you quietly, piece by piece, until one day you realize that the person who once broke is now the person who helps others heal. So today, whisper again from your heart, build me through the pain. Make this pain a bridge, not a barrier. Make this struggle my strength. Make this season my awakening. And as you breathe those words, feel the peace that begins to settle, because healing isn't something you chase, it's something you allow. And faith isn't something you prove, it's something you live. One moment, one breath, one prayer at a time. So rest now. You are doing better than you think. And this pain, it's not your ending, it's the soil of your becoming. And from it, you will rise, built by faith. And now, as the morning light gently touches your soul, breathe. You made it here. Through the weight, through the breaking, through the silence. You are still standing, not because life was easy, but because grace held you together. When everything else tried to pull you apart, you've grown in places you didn't even know could grow. In patience, in faith, in quiet surrender. This is what being built through the pain looks like. It's not about never falling. It's about learning how to rise differently, how to see with new eyes, and love with a softer heart. So if today feels heavy again, remember, you are no longer the same person you were yesterday. You've been transformed in the fire, refined in the waiting, and strengthened in the silence. You are not defined by your pain. You are defined by your becoming. Every scar tells a story of survival. Every tear holds a prayer heaven heard.